Hello. So this is the first video in a series that I'll be recording on animal communication. And it's my intention with these videos, with this series, to help raise the awareness of human beings, not only to the sentience of animals, that they are sentient beings, but also to the fact that they have a much richer life than we ever imagined. They think, they communicate in between themselves, in between species. They try to communicate with us all the time, and they can read us like open books. So my intention with this series is going to be to teach what I know about animal communication and have an ongoing conversation with you, so that if you have any questions, just post them in the comments below and I'll do my best to incorporate the answers in a future video. So let's start. First, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Isabel Martins from healthandnaturallife.com, and I'm an energy healer and an animal communicator. And it's my work, my expertise, my knowledge of this area that I'll be sharing with you. And hopefully, again, like I mentioned, we'll be having an ongoing conversation to answer your questions about animal communication. So we're going to start at the beginning. What is animal communication? And the textbook kind of version that I can give you is that animal communication is the ability that we all have, not just us humans, but all beings on this planet have, of just receiving information and sending information in a conscious and deliberate way. So in a communication, in human terms, what you would imagine is what we're doing right now. So someone is talking and the other person is listening and receiving information, receiving the meaning that that other person is trying to convey to them, and interpreting their words, interpreting probably their body language, their tone of voice. Everything that comes with non-verbal communication is also part of human communication. With animals, it's kind of an even broader experience. So it's a full body type of communication. It's something that you feel with all of your senses, pretty much. When we're communicating with an animal, you can receive that same information that we're sharing by me speaking, or by you listening to my tone of voice or watching my body posture. That same information that you're receiving, you can receive from an animal in the form of a body sensation, a physical sensation. If, for instance, they're in pain somewhere, they can show you and you feel in your body where they feel their pain. You can receive also emotions. So instead of an animal telling you, yeah, I'm feeling sad, you'll feel the emotion of sadness, and that's the animal sending that information, that meaning to you and your body, translating it as, well, the most direct actually and most accurate version of what that animal sent to you. Your body translates as the closest that you will understand, if that makes sense. So instead of receiving, the animal sends you the feeling of sadness. Instead of you perceiving a word saying sadness, your body will translate, and your mind will translate that information that you received as the feeling of sadness, because it is the closest to the information that was sent by the emissary, by the animal. You can also receive words. That can also be the case. You can also receive pictures in your mind. So for instance, if you were to ask an animal, so what do you like to eat? It could send you a bowl full of something, a picture that you'll receive and perceive in your mind as a bowl of, I don't know, let's say vegetables. Why not? Or it can send you a taste, and you will feel a taste of something that for you, for instance, would feel meaty, and well, that would be the information that he was sending to you. He likes meaty foods. So you can receive information from animals, not just in a verbal way. And by the way, when I mean verbal, it's something that you translate in your mind as words. So again, what's being sent is energy with information, with meaning encoded in it. And then when your body receives that information, it translates into the closest form possible. And it can be the feelings, the sensations, the emotions, it can be the images, it can be the sounds, it can be even tastes and smells, and it can also be like almost direct downloads of data. So you immediately know the answer to something that you asked. You have a full picture, a full information of what it is, the answer that you asked, without really receiving anything else. It's a direct cognition type of information. So as you can see, animal communication it's a very rich type of communication, and it uses all of your senses, all of your body too. And to give you just an example of this, my very first animal communication happened when I was at the workshop learning how to actually do it. And at that workshop, we had brought pictures of animals that we wanted the other participants to communicate with. My first one was a dog. So his person, and by the way, during all of this series, you'll never hear me use the word pets, because pets imply ownership, and that's not, it doesn't sit right, and it isn't right, because there's no ownership between beings. So what you'll hear me say is that your animal friend or your animal companion wants or is doing something, and you, on the other hand, are his person companion. So it's your animal and you're his person. Okay, so this picture that this lady gave me was of a dog, her dog companion, and she had a few questions that she wanted me to ask him. So first thing, when I tuned into the animal, and I'll be teaching you along the series how to connect and communicate with animals, but the first thing that I got when I was tuning into his picture was a huge burst of excitement, of energy, of just a joy to live. And that was kind of a shocker for me, because I wasn't expecting that just by connecting with the animal. And then I asked the questions that she had pointed to me. I don't remember what they were, or the questions or the answers, but I remember one specific answer, because she had asked something about her home and what he liked the most about it. And bear in mind, this was my first communication. I didn't know what to expect. So when I asked this, I received a picture of a big sofa and doggy just lying happy in the couch. And that's what I transmitted to her. As it turns out, when we were afterwards exchanging what I had received for the communication, and she was either validating or denying according to her own point of view what I was giving her, she said that he was a very young animal. So although he was big already, he was still kind of a puppy, hence the lots of energy running around. And that's the one thing that we really loved in the house, was the brand new couch that that person had bought for their home. So that was an example of an animal communication, was to receive immediately the information of the animal, of their state of energy, that joy for life, that excitement, that burst of energy that I got first. And then as we were doing the questions, sometimes I received just a word for something, and sometimes, as with the question of what was his favorite thing in the house, full picture of a couch and him just lying there, just completely happy. So that's what you can expect also of an animal communication. It's not the same kind of communication that we as humans have, which is mainly verbal. We convey all types of meaning through words, and sometimes words can be misinterpreted. With animals, the communication goes quite a few levels deeper, because you receive the emotions, you receive the physical sensations, you receive pictures, you receive even sounds that you might hear around you. So it's a beautiful and very rich type of communication that then also translates into your human communications, if you're interested in learning how to connect in a deeper way with the people in your life. And I hope this explains a little bit better what is animal communication. In the next video that I'll record, we'll be talking about how is this even possible, communicating with animals. So I hope you enjoyed this one, that it kind of whetted your appetite for more, And if you have any questions, please, I want this to be an ongoing conversation. Post them in the comments below. And again, I'll do my best to incorporate it in the videos that are to come. And if you like this video and if you have animal lover friends, just share it, because again, it is my intention for this to help raise our awareness, human awareness, that we can connect with animals, we can communicate with animals at such a deeper, so much more beautiful, so much richer level, that we deserve it and they deserve it too, because again, they are here, many of them, for us, to help us get to another level of consciousness and to actually help make our lives richer, more filled with love, more filled with beauty. And if we can connect with them and just know what they have to share with us, it just makes their job so much easier and our life so much more beautiful. So share it, like it, comment, to whatever your heart inspires you to, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.